Hi everyone, my name is Jen Moyer and I am a licensed professional counselor. So I was asked to do this video just to kind of explain what counselors do and then also kind of how to get there in case you're watching this video now and thinking you might be interested in like the mental health field or want to become a counselor. And I know if you were like me, when I was a teen, I started to think like, I think I want to like help people out and work in the mental health field and be a counselor, but I wasn't sure exactly what that would look like. I kind of just thought it was like you're in an office and you talk to people, which is definitely part of it. But so I can like fill you in on some more details there, what that might look like, and then just a little bit of information on how to get there. And hopefully that'll just give you some more information or clarity if that's something you were looking for. I think it's such a rewarding field and an honor, like to be able to walk alongside of people and support them. And I also think it's a field where you can really be, I guess creative might be the word, to be creative with things, because it's like I have friends who are therapists and their jobs might not look the same as my job. And we all might be working with different people or different issues and in slightly different ways. So it's kind of cool because you can put your personality and interest into it and kind of make it find your niche. So really, like for me, a day in the life would be I work with teens in an office. And so they'll come in and we'll work on if they're feeling depressed or anxious, or maybe they've even just been through like a trauma situation or a big loss in their life. And so we'll work on getting through that and through healing and just like holding a space for them. And then a lot of us therapists too will also work towards like shifting their perspective and doing even behavior strategies that get them unstuck. Like if they're feeling stuck in some way and they're not living their best life, finding ways that they can gradually meet their goals. So that might be like shifting some behavior patterns or some, or even like confronting some things that they're afraid of, or learning different skills on how to manage like really tough emotions. So you work with like a lot of variety of different issues. And if you do decide to become a counselor, there's even a lot of different, like some people just work with children. Some people will work with teens or just adults. So you can kind of pick like who you want to work with. And then also, in addition to that, you can really pick what setting you want to work in too. So like I said, back when I was a teen, I thought, oh, you just work in an office, and a lot of people certainly do, but then there are therapists that will work in the home setting as well, or kind of be office based. And then also in the home, if they need to like practice something with a client in the home or even in the community, like out in public, maybe they're working with somebody who has a lot of anxiety being out and about, and you can like be there to support them with that and like teach skills in the moment and work on confronting fears. There's also therapists that do work in schools, not just like guidance counselors, but a lot of schools will contract with therapists so that you can like have sessions with kids throughout the day, especially because there's such a need for that right now. And also some people work for hospitals, like if somebody needs to be in an inpatient hospital. And so like people will work in that setting as well. So you can really kind of see what setting you like to work in and do that. And then along with that as well, once you become a therapist and just even throughout your training, you can try to find areas that are of interest to you as far as like ways to help people. So some people will go into like music therapy. Some people will go into art therapy, and some people will go into like a more cognitive behavior therapy, meaning like you work with thoughts and behaviors and you try to shift those to help clients live the life that they love. There's sand tray therapy out there, and there's play therapy. So like different creative ways to create space and safety for people. I'm trying to think if there's any other one. I'm sure there's tons out there. So I know that there's some that I'm missing, but it really is worth exploring. And if ever you are wondering like all the different types of therapy that are out there, there's so much information, like even on a Google search, or definitely like as you look up colleges and things, a lot of colleges will list kind of how they like what their program looks like and what they teach people. So you can kind of see, does that align? Like, oh, do they have an art therapy program? And I really love art, so like I'll go that direction. Or do I really like want to do like cognitive behavior where I'm, looking at their thoughts and reframing thoughts and shifting behaviors? Like, do I want to go that route? So you can kind of like pick and choose. And then what I did, I would say if there's anything to do in high school, solidify like a really great self-care routine, especially if you're thinking about this field. I just think self-care is like so important. I mean, during this time for any one of us, but also for therapists, in high school, really making space for yourself where you're doing things that you feel give you meaning and that you love. I think that that is completely huge and will set a really good foundation for you as a therapist. And then after high school, you usually go on to college where you can get a bachelor's degree. A bachelor's degree, you can work underneath a therapist, kind of, not like a underneath, but you can be part of the treatment team where you're carrying out some behavior plans and like working with a child at school, let's say in their class, or working as a mental health technician in a hospital. And then if you want to go on to become a therapist, and also like have that license, then you can go to get your master's degree, which is another about like 2 years after a bachelor's degree. And there you really learn the skills of doing therapy with somebody, and you get to do like field work. So you're out and about and like practicing the skills and being like an intern at places. And then from there you go on to be a therapist. So hopefully that gave you some clarity. Like I said, I think it is a very rewarding field and much needed right now. And I hope everyone is doing well and just taking care of their own mental health at this time. I know we're in difficult times right now, and I wish you all the best.